All right, what's good, y'all? Now, recently, Team USA has just lost to Team France. Again, another loss. And here's what Evan Fournier said: they are better individually, but they can be beaten as a team. See, and I heard Rashad Phillips say this. He said, "See, Team USA they have hoopers, and you can't just hoop in the Olympics. You have to play basketball. They don't have any basketball players." Now, do I agree that they don't have basketball players? No. I think KD's a mix of both. But when he says basketball players, he means people that can play their role. When you watch Team USA play, all they do is ISO. No one's really moving the ball around. No one's setting screens, getting backdoor cuts. No one's actually playing basketball. Everyone's just playing pickup or AAU basketball, essentially, which is why they keep losing and will continue to, unless there's a change that's made. Again, no one's playing defense. No one's in help. No one's boxing out, getting rebounds. None of that. So until Team USA decides to change this, they are going to keep losing over and over again. Anyways, let's check this thing right out.
After the game, Francis Fournier said this: they're better individually, but they can be beaten as a team. Shady. Acho, who's most to blame for the Team USA loss?
Well, hands down, it's got to be France, because France at this point is just
So, well, it's got to be France. Well, no, duh, they beat them.
better. Let's not forget in the 2019 FIBA World Championship, who beat the U.S.? France. So who's got 5 NBA players on their roster? France. Who's got guys who?
I mean, they got 5 NBA players, but let's be real, they don't really outside from Gobert, they don't really have an all-star. Even then, Gobert, he's not really an all-star. No, people aren't gonna like that. But aside from defense, what can Gobert do? Maybe he'll get some rebounds, but other than that, that man is an offensive liability. I don't care what anyone says. Even even last even last game, this man took a dribble. He took a dribble or two, went up, tried to go for a layup. That jungle hit the backboard, bro. Like he was throwing an alley oop. Come on, man. That's just sorry.
Are big and physical. France right now at this point is better. And Rudy Gobert said it best at the end of the game as well. He said, we're not surprised. We're not surprised. This is step one, but we're not going to be satisfied until we have that thing hanging around our neck, which is a gold medal.
And that's the mentality you gotta have if you're France. You gotta go in to win.
So France is at this point better than the United States at this game. It's a different game. This isn't the NBA. There are 10-minute quarters. Fouls are called differently. Even the way the game is played is called differently, right? You only have 5 fouls, not 6. You can move the ball off the rim, even though it would be goaltending in the NBA. This is a different game. And France at this point, they're like the bad guys. I love Fournier's response. He says they're better individually, but we are better as a team. And I love that mindset that.
That's the thing. When you look at Team USA, they don't really have any winners. I mean, you got Dame Lillard, he's not a winner. Zach LaVine, not a winner. KD, Draymond. See, Draymond knows his role. KD's just a bucket getter on a winning team. Jason Tatum, he's not a winner. He's just a hooper. Like, and that's no shot at them. But everyone's games practically revolves around playing one on one. No one knows how to play team basketball on this team. No one knows their role outside of maybe Colden Johnson. Besides, not including Draymond Green, maybe Colden Johnson, because I know he'll play defense. He'll get to the rack. But again, if roles aren't established for what Team USA needs to do, they're going to continue losing. Gonna keep getting beat on defense, keep getting beat on the boards, keep forcing up bad shots that they should not be taking. Come on, man. Like even with KD at times, like I know KD can hit some contested shots, but it's like, do we need it? Man, gonna take 15 dribbles in one play and just pull up over somebody, not even passing the ball, and that's why Team USA loses. Shots like those. I'm not even trying to single out KD, but shots like those.
France has. So we should not be surprised at this point. We're sitting here saying, how did we lose? How did we lose? The last 8 games that the United States has played with NBA players, we're 3-5. So let's stop being surprised. France at this point is the better team, and they've got their eyes on the gold.
It's a fair point when it comes to France, Sam, but to me, this loss on Greg Popovich more than France, because we're not having this conversation if the United States played any kind of defense and blocked out guys on the boards. I mean, for crying out loud, it looked like a layup line because they weren't blocking out Rudy Gobert and also Fournier, who's getting to the rim, and then Evan Fournier was knocking down shots in the second half. He hasn't played that well in the NBA, much less
Wide open. They're leaving this man, their leading scorer, wide open. No one closing out. It's just lazy. Like Team USA, they don't really want to win, honestly.
in the international competition. But if you're Greg Popovich, he's trying to be the San Antonio Spurs of international basketball, and that is flat out not going to work. It is a fair point when you mentioned the last eight games involving international competition.
It should work if they run like a Spurs offense where everyone's moving the ball around to where egos aren't inflated. It should work. But when you have a team full of hoopers, they're just gonna do their own thing.
They're 3-5, and that's all in the watch of Greg Popovich since he was named coach of the USA national teams in 2017. But when you have a bunch of dudes on your basketball team named Kevin Durant and Devin Booker and Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday and Jason Tatum, it is completely unconscionable that you allow a team in France to outscore you 16-2. So Greg Popovich better figure this out, that it's all about making adjustments.
And the thing is, where do you think their points come from when France outscores them 16-2? Tell me where you think their points come from. It comes from wide open layups and wide open jump shots. No hope defense either. Just playing one-on-one. Or even this. France will get their own offensive rebound and go right back up with it. It's little stuff. It's all correctable. They keep wondering how they're losing. To me, it's obvious.
As a coach, you can say you can put on the players, you got to be better defensively, but it's on you, the coach, to put together a better game plan. How do you allow Rudy Gobert to just dominate you on the inside? I don't care if he's big and tall than anybody else. He doesn't do that against guys in the NBA offensively, so there's no reason for him to do that against Bam Adebayo and Draymond Green, who know how to defend him. To me,
even that, if they really can't defend Rudy Gobert, I'm sorry, on offense, he's sorry. That man is sorry. Even last night, he showcased that dude gonna go up with a layup, just hit the backboard, not even aiming for the rim. Like he threw a lob off the backboard. That man is sorry on offense. But if they really can't stop him, at least try to double him or something, or box him out, or do something, man.
This is all on Greg Popovich. And let's be fair. If the United States had won this game, we're not having this conversation. There's no doubt about that.
I can't put it all on Greg Popovich, although it's still relatively his fault because he's the coach of the team. Players got to look at themselves individually also, see what they did wrong. But if Eagles are like, "No, man, I just want to score, man. I didn't do anything wrong." Yeah, I mean, I'm Dame Lillard, and I get cooked on by every team in the NBA and outside of it, but I still got my buckets, though. Things won't change.
But because people are so stunned, because everybody else has caught up to the United States. And this wasn't just a yesterday thing. Remember, this has gone back to 2004, where the United States team won the bronze medal. 2008, Spain gave them all they could in a gold medal game before the late Kobe Bryant hit great shots down the stretch. So, yeah, it's gotten to the point now that people should not be stunned.
See, and that's what hoopers are needed for. Kobe, he's a mix of both, too. But he's more of a hooper than a basketball player, in my opinion. Again, when I say basketball player, someone that knows their role, essentially. Someone that's going to move the ball around. But you need hoopers on the team so they can take those big moments, those big shots.
The United States loses, but it's the way they're going about it, especially yesterday, should bother anybody. And to me, that's more on Greg Popovich than what France was doing. That's not to slight France, but if you're Greg Popovich, you can't try to out-NBA people or one-on-one people in international basketball. The referees aren't going to allow you to do it, and better coach teams that have been together aren't going to allow you to do that as well. To me, Greg Popovich.
The thing is, it's easy to stop. Like, oh, he's going one-on-one? Okay. And he's at the top of the key? Get the other person closest to the ball. All he has to do is slide over. Then if he wants to kick it, just rotate back out, put a hand up. That's all you got to do. Of course, Team USA is going to make some of those shots. That's better defense. Much, much better defense than what Team USA showcases.
Is the most to blame for this loss because he did not make the right kind of adjustments, unlike the French coach who made those adjustments and made that work for France yesterday.
Like when Damian Lillard and KD combined for 21 points, you know that's a great defensive scheme that France has. And it's also plays a part on bad shots that Damian Lillard and KD took. Again, this man KD might have took like 11 or 15 dribbles. It's gonna settle for. Again, he can hit it, but we don't need it. Mid-range pull-up that's contested all over him. Like, why? Move the ball around. Because the thing is, if someone's dribbling the ball, someone's always has the ball in their hands, dribbling the ball, taking all their shots. When you just pass the other person the ball on their team, someone who knows their role, they might be like a spot-up shooter or something. Who knows? You give the other person the ball and want them to shoot. Heck, even down in the stretch, or the shot clock's down. That person ain't gonna have a feel for the ball. They're not gonna have their rhythm. Like even I know LeBron's not playing, but LeBron's guilty of this too. LeBron dribble the ball, not even go anywhere. Then it's kick it to the corner real fast. 3 seconds left, and expect the person to hit the corner three. It doesn't work like that. It's not 2K. It's real life.
So Freddie, last I checked, maybe I'm wrong on this, right? My time might be off, but the last I checked, Greg Popovich is not out there shooting buckets. Greg Popovich is not out there playing defense. Greg Popovich is not out there trying to make passes and make hustle plays. Kevin Durant is. Zach.
Yeah, that's true, but you still have the coach still has to have some type of blame. Not putting the complete blame on Greg Popovich, but he still has to have some type of blame, man. He's the one coming up with the game plan, with the defensive schemes. Now, if he's over there yelling on the sidelines, being like, this is not what I drew up, okay, I can understand that. I haven't really heard anything like that.
Venus, Chris Middleton, these guys, obviously Chris Middleton didn't play in the second half. But so he's not out there. Greg Popovich is not out there. Greg Popovich didn't have an opportunity to go take the lead with a wide open three-pointer, as you saw Kevin Durant did in the fourth quarter with less than a minute left. Greg Popovich wasn't in the corner with a...
When KD's wide open, he misses. I'm not going to be mad at that. Because they should be up in the beginning in the first place. If someone misses a wide open jump shot, and you know they can hit it or they're supposed to hit it and they miss, and not real time, I'm not going to get too upset.
Wide open three-pointer, as you saw Jrue Holiday miss with less than a minute left. Greg Popovich cannot coach hustle. You got to have guys who can hustle, guys who can get after it. At this point, you're not seeing...
Now, that's true.
The United States team really believed that they want it more than other teams. France wanted it more. Look at the hustle plays by Luau Cabaret. Look at the hustle plays by Evan Fournier. Look at the hustle plays by everybody on that France roster, including Rudy Gobert.
That's because they want it more. Team USA looks like they're chilling.
It's a different kind of game that we're watching. It's not...
Team USA, they're one of those AAU teams. They travel a bunch, but they're not really trying to play basketball. That's what Team USA is. Like, oh, hey, we're in Miami. Hey, we got to travel to New York. We're in Cali. Hey, posting all on social media, doing all that stuff. But when it comes game time, they're not ready.
The NBA, it's not iso ball, it's not small ball. You got some big, bad dudes on that France team, and they are dudes.
All right, tell me this, guys. Is Team USA winning gold, Freddie?
Too early to say. But if nothing changes, no. Shoot, they might not even win bronze.
They're the most talented team still left, so they should win the gold, and I believe they're going to win the gold because I go back to what Jrue Holiday said, that we're intelligent guys and we're going to figure this out, which means that when I heard that was his...
Now, you have intelligent guys on the team, but I don't know, as a group, if y'all are intelligent. That's no shot at them. I mean, if everyone was intelligent, they would have fixed the problem by now. Let's be real.
Of saying that we're taking this out of Greg Popovich's hands because if we don't trust that he can lead us the right way, then it's going to have to be on us. And whatever friction...
And if Greg Popovich ain't the leader, who is? Who's a leader on the team? Can't be KD. KD's not too much of a leader. Zach LaVine, not really. Dame. I mean, you can say he's a leader, at least by his body language and off the court, but the shots he takes during the game and the fact that he hasn't won anything, Draymond, he's too unstable, emotionally unstable for him to be a leader. He can be that energy and vocal guy. As a leader, I don't see it.
Could potentially be there. You got enough intelligent guys on that basketball team that'll say, we got to go out there and win it for us because maybe we can't trust that guy to put us in the right position to make the kind of plays that we need to make.
I disagree with that, actually. Matter of fact, I think you can make the argument that, okay, we don't trust Greg Popovich, so I'm gonna do whatever I want, and I'm gonna go 1-on-1. That really could be what's happening right now. That's really a possibility.
think they win gold, but it's going to be the players doing it, not the players and Greg Popovich.
Sam?
Yeah, I don't see the U.S. winning gold. I see France winning gold, and here's why. I love what Drew Holiday said. He said we're smart players. We work hard. We're physical. But you know what he didn't say? He didn't say we're the best players. He didn't say we're the most talented players. You know who's not there? LeBron James, not there. Steph Curry, not there. James Harden, not there. So, yes, they're going to work hard. Yes, they're going to.
I mean, I get they're not there, but that's still not an excuse, man. You still have how many All-Stars on the team? Still losing? No excuse.
Going to be intelligent and be smart. But the best players are not actually there. Some of the best players, like Luka Doncic, are putting 47 up for Slovenia. That's what.
Yeah, that's because Luka Doncic knows how to play basketball. Don't get me wrong, Luka can hoop, but he's a basketball player. That's why his IQ is so high. When you watch the game, Luka plays like it's in slow motion, always making a right play. Only problem with Luka is that he gets a little trigger happy from the three-point line.
So the game has changed, and I think that France is the team to beat based on what they did 2 years ago and also last night.
What French premier paid you off to be a personal basketball representative for the French basketball team, Sam Acho? That's why I want to know, because it seems like all of a sudden you're changing allegiances. Are you a real American, Sam Acho? What's wrong with you?
Talking about changing allegiances, he's just calling it what it is. Look at the facts. He's looking at what he sees.
Just watch. Hey, just watch the game. All I do is watch the game. I just watch the game. I just watch the game. I put the film.
Look at that. He said, all I do is watch the game. See that? It's that easy. That's all you got to do.
I'm on, right? I got to watch the film. And so people would love to hear.
Hey, yo, men lie, women lie, but film don't. Unless it's CGI.
Me say the U.S. is going to win. It's going to be easy. Sure. We've been saying that for 2 years. The U.S. is 3-5. I got to stop saying that. Let's start being real. Let's start watching the film, watching the games, and making adjustments.
But yeah, anyways, Team USA don't get their act together. They're going to continue losing over and over and over again. But that's it. That's it on this one. So peace.